Hello Pisces, this is Joe, and we are going to talk about mid-March to the end of March 2021 for you. But keep in mind a couple things. First, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you see it, it's when you're meant to see it. Also, this is not going to be everybody's story, as it possibly can't be everybody's story. So if it's not yours, it's okay. There's always another message at another time that might be meant for you. This reading is all about what your future self wants you to know right now. So maybe you're going through some things and you want some understanding, or maybe there's just a message of encouragement here, or it could be some information that you're seeking out. So your future self is your higher self, which exists in the infinite, and so connecting with your higher self is a great way to find answers. Okay, so Pisces, we're going to move through this and find out what this is all about. So you have to take your next step, and the angel affirmation, trusting in a higher purpose. There's this protection coming through, the never-ending story. And we need two more cards before I get to the tarot cards, Pisces, and we'll be on our way with your reading. It's going to be a total of about maybe 10 minutes, okay? Blessing from your ancestors. So you have that ancestral energy coming through and the angelic energy coming through. So there's a lot of protection around you as you are, Pisces, probably moving away from something that seemed to have no end, and it's time to take a step forward. South Node, life's debts. Look at that. So this might be about some karmic debt that you felt, maybe why you were going through what you're going through. So we're going to pull some tarot cards, and we're going to look at this message as a whole and see what your future self may be trying to tell you from the point of where you want to be right now versus where you are. Look at that. We have two cards that jumped out, so we're going to take them. You have the Hermit and the Star, which is absolutely amazing. And then you have some other cards here that we need to pull out. Nine of Wands, King of Pentacles, Three of Swords. This tells a very interesting story to me. Page of Wands. I think we're going to take one more for you, Pisces. Queen of Cups. Nice. Okay, Pisces. So I think here I want to start off by pointing out the South Node card here, this astrology card. And this is here about the debts we have in life. And I do want to say that I feel strongly that you might have been thinking that you've been going through some sort of karmic debt that you're working off, or there's some sort of karmic situation that you were tied to. But no matter what that circumstance is or was, or why you believed it, whether it was true or not, that period of your life is done and over with. Okay, so if there was any karmic debt, or if there was anything that you were karmically bound to, this is about that release coming through. So you're being released from that. So this might have been something with the Hermit that has had you held up for a very, very long time. And so really, I do want to point out that I feel that your future self is telling you, you can let go of any perception of karma or karmic debt or something holding you back karmically, because whether that's true or not, it doesn't matter. That period of your life of being in standstill, looking for an answer, trying to find a way to move forward, that's done and over with, because you're being called to move forward now. You're getting out of this never-ending story. So what seemed to have never wanted to come to an end is coming to an end. And so really you have this feeling of divine protection around you as you go and prepare to take a very big step forward, and that step is going to require a little bit of trust in the process. So your future self is telling you to take heart and to not fear the outcomes that are ahead of you, because there's nothing to fear moving forward. You have a blessing upon you, and I'll show you this affirmation card, and then at the end I'll read the entire thing. But this is about trusting in a higher purpose and being protected. So you have this element of protection, not only angelic protection, but you have ancestral protection. Those that have gone before you, that are no longer in the physical, who are in spirit, have gone before you and are very much around you. So some of these might be spirit guide ancestors. They could be just people that have been in your family at one point in time. And so there's this feeling of protection, that you're being watched over. So it's time to let go of some old, worn out beliefs that have been holding you back. And so I do feel like their future self is trying to let you know that there are some worn out beliefs that no longer serve you, and it's time to embrace new things, because you have a big new step coming in front of you. And this is where it's calling you to take an actual active step forward. So if you've been sitting and holding back for a while with that Hermit card, maybe you didn't know where you were going. Maybe you didn't know how to resolve the situation. And so maybe you intuitively knew that this thing would just resolve on its own and it would take time. Or maybe you found the answer to end the story that seemed to have no end. So you have to apply this to your situation how you will. But really this is saying you're coming out of the darkness and you're going into the light. You're going into better times ahead, and that never-ending story is coming to a close, and it's not going to be something that's going to continually hold you back anymore. So you have take your next step. To me, I think your future self is trying to nudge you along, saying there's so many blessings ahead of you. You have the star. Whatever you've hoped for, whatever you wanted for yourself, this is the time to set your intention. This is your time to dream big, to dream a big dream, to wish for something big. But this is also pointing out to like some healing that you've gone through as well in the process. So I do want to say again, set your desire big and take a step and start making some moves. The Nine of Wands here is, this is about perseverance. You may have been a little battle weary, but you're victorious. And so you're going out into the great wide open, into the unknown here, wondering what you're going to find. Part of this is you're worried about the same thing. This weighs heavily on your mind. This Three of Swords is all about the energy of the past, and you are being asked to not carry that with you. And so this is about a completion and healing, and not letting the past kind of dictate your future, to remind you that just because things have turned out a certain way in the past, Pisces, that it doesn't mean that it's going to be a repeat. So you're moving toward better things. You're moving toward a positive future. You have the Page of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. There are new connections coming in for you with the Page of Wands and the Queen of Cups. I feel very drawn to the Queen of Cups, that there's a new connection coming. But this is also about your understanding and like having a sixth sense for things too as well. And so it's about trusting that. But I do feel that there is a new emotional connection coming through for you moving forward at some point in the near future. Now that doesn't mean in the next few days or even necessarily the next few weeks, but as you take that next step, you're going to see this kind of unfold for you. And so this Page of Wands is that movement, that momentum toward you, and this is also, it's like working in unison. So you're taking that next step, and this Page of Wands is momentum momentum also coming toward you. And so there's this practical understanding that I see here with the King of Pentacles, and this really highly intuitive person that you've become, Pisces, as a result of this Hermit bringing out all of those intuitive senses, and really having an understanding for things, knowing that sometimes we just have to wait out circumstances until the time is right. And this is all about your time being right and receiving better times ahead, abundance, prosperity, physical well-being, emotional, mental well-being, especially with the Queen of Cups coming out too, Pisces. So know that this big step is something that you're being called to take, and so it's time to disconnect yourself from that life of the hermit, and to dream big with the star. So whatever it is, dream big, and embrace the healing too, with the star and the hermit working together. So there's this period of healing and reflection also coming through to me. And so I feel like your future self is wanting you to really make a big wish for yourself, because good things are coming for you. Whatever you felt like you were in debt to, or a situation you were tied to with that South Node, that's coming to an end. So you're not going to be stuck in that any longer, and so you can make that conscious decision just to release yourself and move forward. I'm going to read the affirmation on the back, and we're going to close it out. Your prayers are now being answered, and you are surrounded by spiritual protection. You can visualize this as white light radiating all around you. Trust that you are on the right path, even if there are challenges. Know you will find a way through, aided by powerful love and light of your divine guardians. There is no need to be afraid. Trust how your path is unfolding, even when it takes unexpected twists and turns. Here is a sign of hope, light, and that an impression is to be lifted from your soul, so that joy, love, and happiness can return to your heart. I paused for a minute, because when I was reading this oppression, I immediately started thinking about that South Node and those so-called karmic debts, or whatever you want to call it, whatever you believe it was, or however it pertains to your circumstances. That is over, Pisces. So it's time for you to move forward, and you're going to do it gracefully. So if this spoke to your situation, if this was your story, let me know down below in the comments, and have a great rest of your day.